Every single day, thousands of decisions are made. Most are forgotten within minutes. But every once in a while, one decision changes everything. A pilot chooses not to give up. A rescuer runs toward danger instead of away from it. A stranger risks everything for someone they've never met. Tonight, you'll witness 10 real decisions that changed lives forever. History isn't always changed by powerful people. Sometimes, it's changed by ordinary people who make extraordinary choices in just a few seconds. The 10 stories you're about to see prove that one decision can save a life, inspire millions, and leave a legacy that lasts forever. January 15th, 2009. Flight 1549 had been in the air for less than 4 minutes when disaster struck. A flock of birds slammed into both engines, leaving the aircraft without power, thousands of feet above New York City. Captain Chesley Sully Sullenberger had only seconds to decide: return to the airport or attempt something no commercial pilot had ever successfully done. He chose the Hudson River. The aircraft hit the water hard, but remained intact. All 155 people on board survived. One decision turned what could have been one of America's deadliest aviation disasters into what the world now remembers as the Miracle on the Hudson. One pilot saved 155 lives with a decision made in seconds. Our next story is about a decision that kept hope alive for 69 days beneath the earth. When the San Jose mine collapsed in northern Chile, 33 miners were trapped nearly 700 meters underground. Days passed with no contact. Around the world, many believed there were no survivors. But deep below the surface, the miners made one critical decision. Instead of panicking, they rationed their food, organized their supplies, and waited together. 17 days later, rescuers drilled a narrow hole into the refuge. Attached to the drill bit was a handwritten message that simply read, "We are well in the shelter, the 33 of us." That one note changed everything. It confirmed they were alive and launched one of the greatest rescue missions in modern history. Every single miner was eventually brought home alive. Hope can survive underground, but sometimes one simple decision can trap an entire team in a place the world never expected. It was supposed to be a simple adventure after football practice. 12 boys and their coach entered a cave to celebrate a birthday. But as they explored deeper inside, heavy rain flooded the tunnels behind them, cutting off every escape route. What began as one ordinary decision became an international rescue effort watched by billions of people around the world. Divers from multiple countries risked their own lives navigating flooded passages to bring every member of the team home safely. The decision to enter that cave changed every one of their lives forever and inspired one of the greatest rescue missions in history. As thousands of people were running for their lives, hundreds of firefighters made the opposite decision. They ran into the towers, carrying heavy equipment, and knowing the danger ahead, they climbed floor after floor, searching for people they had never met. Many never returned. Their decision wasn't made because they believed they were invincible. They made it because someone inside still needed help. That single choice became one of the greatest examples of courage the world has ever witnessed. Some decisions demand courage, others demand sacrifice. Our next story is about a father who made a choice no parent ever hopes to face. After losing his young son in a tragic accident, one father was asked a question that no parent is ever prepared to answer. Would he allow his son's organs to be donated? Through unimaginable grief, he made one decision. His son's heart went on to save another child's life. Years later, the two families met. The father placed his head against the young survivor's chest and heard his own son's heartbeat once again. Sometimes, one decision doesn't erase the pain. It gives someone else the chance to keep living. Not every life-changing decision happens in a hospital. Sometimes, it happens in the middle of the ocean with only seconds to spare. Most people spend their lives trying to escape hurricanes. Coast Guard rescue swimmers train to jump directly into them. During one rescue mission, a swimmer looked down at violent waves crashing against a sinking boat. There was no guarantee he would make it back, but he jumped anyway. One by one, survivors were lifted into the rescue helicopter until everyone was safe. For those rescued that day, the most important decision wasn't made on the boat. It was made in the air. the moment someone chose to dive into danger for complete strangers. Most people spend their lives avoiding danger. Wesley Autry made a different decision. As a train rushed toward the station, a college student suddenly collapsed onto the tracks after suffering a seizure. Panic spread through the platform. There wasn't enough time to pull him back up. Without stopping to think, Wesley jumped onto the tracks, pressed the young man flat between the rails, and covered him with his own body. The train passed directly over them, leaving only inches of space. When it finally stopped, both men were still alive. One decision lasted only a few seconds, but it turned an ordinary construction worker into a hero remembered around the world. Some decisions save another person's life. Our next story is about a man who made an impossible decision to save his own. For 5 days, Aaron Ralston was trapped beneath an 800-pound boulder. No phone signal, almost no water. No one knew where he was. As each hour passed, hope slowly disappeared. Then he realized something terrifying. No rescue was coming. Faced with an impossible choice, Aaron made the decision to amputate his own arm using a small multi-tool. It was the only way to survive. Bleeding and exhausted, he climbed out of the canyon and walked until he found help. His decision shocked the world and became one of the greatest survival stories ever told. The next decision wasn't made by one person, but by an entire team trying to bring 3 astronauts home alive. Houston, we've had a problem. 4 words changed the Apollo 13 mission forever. An oxygen tank exploded, leaving 3 astronauts stranded nearly 200,000 miles from Earth. Returning home seemed almost impossible. But inside Mission Control, hundreds of engineers refused to accept failure. Working around the clock, they made one crucial decision after another, conserving power, redesigning life support systems with materials already on board, and calculating a new path home. Against extraordinary odds, Apollo 13 returned safely to Earth. Sometimes, the most important decision isn't made by one hero. It's made by a team that refuses to quit. On March 11, 2011, Japan was struck by one of the most powerful earthquakes in history. The tsunami that followed destroyed entire communities, and every story you've seen tonight began with a single decision. A pilot chose to stay calm. A stranger chose to jump. A survivor chose not to give up. A team chose to keep searching. And a handful of workers chose to remain where everyone else had fled. None of them knew their decisions would one day inspire millions. They simply made the best choice they could, in the worst moment imaginable. Maybe that's what history really is. Not a collection of extraordinary people, but ordinary people making extraordinary decisions when it matters most. If one of these stories inspired you, share it with someone who needs a reminder that courage often begins with a single choice. And if you enjoy true stories that explore the moments that changed history, subscribe to DLY Takes, where every countdown tells a story worth remembering.